thank you for joining us. This is a very special show. I'm Mary Yañez, and I'm the director of the Senior Adult Program, and this is Mature Living. We want to highlight today some very special people. We want to highlight moms. We want to highlight dads. And so we have a couple of very interesting interviews to share with you as we come into your living rooms today. And so it's coming up Mother's Day pretty soon, and then of course in June, Dad's Day, Father's Day. So we've invited Alma Sierra, who's a daughter of Malena Cano, who is not a stranger to Mature Living or to the Senior Adult Program. You know, you've been with us so many years, Malena. It's just an honor to have your daughter here to share some memories, share some memories of Malena, and I know how much your three daughters love you and how much we love you. And so let's just begin with introducing, of course, Alma Sierra. You work with Humana.
Yes.
Is that correct? And,
of course.
And very active over there.
Community outreach manager.
Community
with focus
outreach
on the Hispanic community.
So you're also working with elders these days.
Yes.
That is so great. Well, let's just begin by asking Malena, of course, this is mother-daughter love memories. Malena, tell us a little bit about your earliest memory of when you started singing.
The earliest I can remember is my dad was a mariachi. And he was never home on weekends because he was always out playing. But this particular Friday, he was there. And there was this little girl that they had a show called Noches Rancheras.
Yes.
And there was a little girl, well, she was a teenager, that was called Nardita Villagrana. So then I used to love to hear her sing. And that particular Friday that my dad was home, I started singing along with Nardita. And then my dad got up and turned the TV off. And he said, "Get my guitar, mija." And the guitar was bigger than me, so I must have been 5 or 6.
Yes.
And I started singing, and my dad was flabbergasted because he had never heard me.
Wow, and so that was your first memories of
That's
singing.
my first memory of singing.
And your dad listening to you, and you as a professional singer, actress. You have a whole bunch of titles that we'll probably get into with a variety of adventures that you've had throughout your career. That's very interesting that he noticed the talent.
Yes.
He did.
And one thing that he told me, he said, "Mija, if you ever make it in this hard world, remember that when God gives you a talent, you're supposed to share it.
Yes. Don't hold it.
It's not for your own to keep. You have to share it." And that always stuck in my mind.
So beautiful. And you know, Malena, you're very respected and recognized in this community. And I know that being a Hispanic woman in entertainment, it's been a struggle. What do you consider that has been difficult through the years? And how long has your career lasted?
It's over 60 years. I've been doing this for over 60 years. And I don't really remember struggling. Maybe because I was the only one doing what I was doing back then.
Yes.
And people were not accustomed to hearing a mariachi with a singer. And so I couldn't say that I struggled.
Okay. You were well accepted.
I was well
by the musicians and the
And then
audience.
I'm such a ham that
in your songs, and when you introduce you talk to the audience and you make them laugh, and and you know you do great things with on stage. And I wanted to ask Alma, as your daughter, as your youngest daughter.
My middle daughter.
Your middle daughter, okay, the middle child.
Middle child.
Yeah, that's why you're here.
Definitely.
Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful?
Yes. And, you know, and what are your earliest memories when you realized that you were the daughter of someone that was well recognized, a singer in this community, and of course has gone into Mexico to sing? And
Actually, you know, it's something that we just grew up with. I don't think there was a moment or an epiphany. Oh yeah, there was an epiphany, but it's just something that we were always around. She was singing. For us, she was just mom, you know, mom. She was a great seamstress, a great cook, and focused a lot on academics and made sure that we got good grades and were respectful. And she was just mom to us. you know, a strong woman. But I think that the moment when I realized, oh wait, she's more than just mom, was when she went to Mexico to pursue her career up there. And that's when we realized, oh, okay, this is something big.
Yes.
That was the moment that we realized
Yes.
that she was.
So how many
something more.
daughters? And you're the middle
I'm
daughter.
the middle child.
How many?
My older sister Raquel, and then my baby sister Myrna.
Myrna.
So there's three of us, three girls.
And so it was Raquel, Alma, and Myrna.
And Myrna.
And dad and mom.
Dad and mom.
And that's it. And so, you know, in thinking about that, you know, and in my notes, you know, I have that you had the three sisters. Did you all ever pursue any singing or dancing ideas? I know you've sung before.
Yeah, I have. I think we're all mostly involved in one way or another. Myrna danced. She was a perlita for a long time with my mom's show. She was a beautiful, oh my gosh, she was a beautiful Valentina. She had so graceful. Raquel, we were all involved in her shows at one point or another.
And what was one of the shows?
The very first show that my daughters were involved, I don't think I gave them a choice.
Yeah, they came with mom. It was a package deal and dad.
Yes.
He worked in the stage.
And husbands and everybody.
Yeah.
And show, it
Mario,
was
of
called
course.
Revolucion.
Revolucion.
And it went on for many, many years, but I was only on it for years. But the first show we had, we only had about 4 people in the chorus line. So it was repeated 2 months later, and I said, we need people in the chorus, so that's when I kind of forced them to join.
Yeah, you
It was
learned.
fun.
I've
It
heard
was a
you
lot
sing.
of
You were
fun.
singing pretty good.
Thank you.
Yes.
It was a lot of
Mario helped with stage, and then it was Viva Mexico after that.
Yes, I consider that my greatest achievement.
Yes. Yes.
And I, in a way, she's responsible for Viva Mexico. Because when she was in, I think, 1st grade, she came in, she asked me, Mom, what is Cinco de Mayo? And oh my God, I didn't know what it was. I was embarrassed. So then I did some research, and ever since then, I had the idea of creating a show that would give the history of Mexico in music form.
A theatrical, musical.
A musical.
Performance and show.
In 1995, it happened with the help of my dearest friend and director. She was my director for many years, Magda Garcia, rest in peace.
Yes, yes,
And
Magda.
she wrote the script. We had a script. We did a lot of research in UTEP, and everything that we presented on stage is true with artistic knowledge.
Wonderful. A lot of research that went into
Yeah.
that. She was awesome, by the way. What an author and songwriter and poet. And
Oh, yeah.
she was a show director, really strict. I understand that. You
Oh,
know,
yes.
lots of people might quit,
yeah.
you know, after a couple of
She
rehearsals. But what inspired you to be a performer, not only as a performer, but in the theater too?
Well, in that, Carlos Ayub is responsible for that.
Now that's another guy.
That's another guy that invited me. He said he was writing a comedy that the main role was very suitable for me. So that's the play was named Quién es Quién, a reversal role. The women are the strong sex and the men stay home and take care of the kids. It was a very, very funny
I
comedy.
enjoyed that.
And 4 years later, he came up with mi amiga la gorda, my fat friend.
That's a,
So
I've
I've
seen
been
both of them.
acting, and I directed Viva Mexico for over 10 years. And so I've done everything. I've sung. The only thing I haven't done very well is dance.
Okay, well, maybe we'll put that aside.
Right.
I mean, there's still a chance, right? and also, you've taught music, the chorus class for our senior adult program for many years,
Yes.
and they.
Thanks to you, you invited me. And I loved my viejitos, even though I'm a viejita also.
That's what I keep saying.
I always told them, you're my viejitos, even though I'm a viejita also.
Yes. Now, in speaking of you and your and your sisters, and of course your 3 daughters, What do you think has benefited you in your life being the daughter of a performer?
You know, I on reflection, I realized that that's why I was so comfortable doing interviews, being around people, speaking with people, being comfortable around that arena. That helped me not only in my career, but to be comfortable. That's something I think we take for granted in my role at work, where I'd have to speak to people. I was never embarrassed, and even my girls are very comfortable. They've been around the stage for so long that it benefits you because it gives you confidence.
Confidence, yeah. And some people would rather die than go on stage or give a presentation or take a microphone.
Yeah.
And what about your sisters? What do they share? What did they share with you when you told them you were coming to for an interview with Mom?
Well, first of all, they were disappointed because they couldn't be here. But both of my sisters, are very accomplished. Like I said, my mom focused so much on academics. My older sister has her master's, and my baby sister now has her doctorate. So, I mean, the mentor, and it all traces back to that. They're very accomplished and very confident, powerful, strong women that had to come from my mom.
And you and Mario have to take credit, for raising these beautiful women, strong women, and I see them in the community, and they come to your shows, and you've had a couple of farewells.
Yes.
Where I don't want to quit,
People don't let me retire.
No, we don't. And here you are again,
Here I am again.
And so, in talking about your career of over 60 years, and all the different arts ventures that you've tried, do you plan on retiring? Are you retired, semi-retired? Do you still come out?
Never.
That's right. I like that. That's a great response. We retire. We never retire.
Never.
Not in the performing arts.
I take breaks, but never retire.
That is so cool. That is so cool. And of course, you as a daughter, would you like to say something to your mom at this point?
First of all, Mom's always been Mom. First and foremost, she's our mom, and that's something we don't share with anybody because that's our mom. And of course, we're very, very proud of her singing, because I know that's something that you've always wanted, but that's for the public. Malena Cano, La Perlas for the public. She's our mom, and she'll always be our mom first. And yes, that's a great accomplishment, but she's strong, funny, beautiful. Our success is because of how she raised us.
Yes.
And we are who we are because of Mom. Mom is a fierce protector.
Wonderful.
And
I like that.
It
did come straight from the heart, Alma.
Yeah, it's Mama. That's
and
my
now,
Mama.
Mom, would you like to say something to your daughter and to your 3 daughters, maybe?
Yes, I want to thank all 3 of them, especially the 2 oldest ones, because when I went to Mexico, they kind of took over. They took over my duties. They would pack lunch for their dad. And if it hadn't been for my husband and my 3 daughters, I don't think I would have made it.
Yeah. I bet your dad is proud of you, a musician in heaven.
In heaven.
And he's proud of his daughter. And we're proud of you. As a
Thank
friend, as a collaborator of music and your music and the music of our culture, de nuestra cultura. That's so important to keep our culture going. And you have contributed to my knowledge of Viva Mexico, of the story of Mexico. And you've touched a whole bunch of people. And I think you've touched me as well. So
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you for being a good friend and co-worker and all kinds of things that she's been, right? And so we appreciate you very much. Malena Cano, the performer, the actress, the director, the songwriter, the singer, and
Producer.
and the producer. And keep on doing it, because you ain't going to retire, that's
No.
for sure. Thank you so much for being
Mary.
here, ladies. We appreciate you.
Thank
this
you.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Feliz Día de las Madres.
Feliz Día de las Madres, absolutamente.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting us.
And we'll be back. If I don't cry, we'll be back in a little bit with a dad. Okay, a daughter and a dad.
Hi, my name is Yvette Lugo. I'm the director for the Area Agency on Aging. Our mission is to try to help older adults stay as independent and in the communities for as long as possible, as well as helping to support family caregivers in their role as caring for their aging loved ones. Our agency offers a variety of services and supports that can help in a variety of situations, everything from basic information and referral to help in the home. We encourage you to please call our office at 533-0998 so that we can try to assist you with your needs. Thank you.
And thank you for staying with us on this program that we've dedicated to moms for Mother's Day, and we're dedicating this section to dads for Father's Day. As you know, our dads, especially my dad, he was very special. And of course, I love my mom too. My mom, Jesusita, my dad, Raul. And so we have very special memories of those of us that have lost our parents already. We still remember the great times and the difficult times, and we pray that they're still taking care of us, you know. But for those of people like Leticia Jones, Leti Jones, she works here at the college, she works in the marketing department, and I stopped one day, and I have to say this, Leti, I stopped one day and I said, I've got a mother-daughter already booked for the Mature Living show, but I need a dad. And she says, I have my dad. Me dice Leti, I have my dad. Well, bring him down. Y así comenzó todo. That's how it started.
Sorry.
So I'm going to introduce you to Leticia Jones and to Raul Orozco. Mr. Orozco, may I call you Raul?
Raul, you can call me Raul.
Very good. So Leti, tell me a little bit about your growing up years, about your mom and dad. And I understand you were in a big family. So tell me about your brothers and sisters and mom and dad.
Well, it was my mom and dad were a perfect example of the perfect marriage to me. They were always together, holding hands. My dad had my mom on a pedestal. So to me, you know, he was like the perfect husband, father. And growing up with 5 brothers, no sisters, it wasn't bad, actually. I guess what helped was I was kind of a tomboy.
Okay, I
So,
thought maybe
yeah.
you'd be the chiple.
I am chiple. I was
She's my
chiple.
princess.
But I
You're
was
princess.
yes. But I played both. You know, I was like a girly girl, but at the same time, I liked
To play with your
walking
brothers.
fences, climbing trees, and riding bikes with my brothers. So yeah, I could have been. It was
Qué
good
bonita.
growing up.
And were you the youngest or the oldest, or where
I'm
were
in
you?
the middle.
In the middle.
In the middle.
We've
Yes.
had middle child, I'm the middle child as well, and so was Alma with Malena in our previous interview. So you grew up with those 5 boys, and I want to ask your dad, Raul, I'm going to ask him, what was it like to raise 5 boys and 1 girl and a beautiful wife to share that responsibility with?
Yeah, well, I felt great.
It was great.
I'm sorry. I felt great. I'm very proud of my sons and my daughter and my wife. She was real nice. She was very dependable for us, and she loves all
Yes.
us. She cooked for us, and she cooked very good. She did very good food for us, you know.
Oh, she was a great cook. Yes.
Especially chiles rellenos when she was very good.
Oh my God, you're going to make us all hungry.
Yes.
With chiles rellenos. You recently lost your wife. She passed a year ago or so, a year and a half ago. So, you know, I know you miss her, and I know tears will be coming down this Mother's Day in remembering your mom. But, you know, you have great memories. You graduated from Jefferson.
I didn't graduate from Jefferson. I joined the Marine Corps.
You joined them. You went to Jeff.
I
but you
received
went
my diploma.
afterwards.
After I got it, the GI Bill gave me 4 years of high school at El Paso Tech.
Yes, I went to Tech too.
That's where I graduated from.
Me too. And so, when did you meet your wife? Were you young?
When I met my wife,
Yeah.
I met my wife on July 14, 1959.
Oh, be darned.
It was in a party.
I know, party. And how many years were you married?
60 years.
60 years. You're right about that perfect marriage and the couple
Yes.
and long marriages and very happy. I'm sure you loved her very much. So she was your princess. What was your wife?
Oh,
Tu
she
reina.
She's the reina. She was the
They
queen
both
of
were
the
my
house.
princesses.
You're a queen.
My first princess, my second princess, no, my first princess, my second
Ándele. So tell me about, was your dad very humorous throughout the years as
Oh
you were
my
growing?
God! Yes, that's
Era
yes.
chistoso?
Yes, yes. He was fun. He was fun. When I was maybe 6, I loved how my dad woke me up. It was very different. I mean, he made it fun. And sometimes I would even pretend to be asleep just so that I can enjoy the way he woke me up.
How did he wake you
He
up?
was a Marine.
Okay.
He was a Marine. And so my dad would come into the bedroom and sit at the edge of my bed, and he would just start bouncing, and he would sing Reveille, da, 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 and it went on, and I would just be bouncing
Oh,
and
my
enjoying it, and I would just try not to pretend not to wake up. And he'd get up.
So
you
if
gotta
she
go to
if she didn't wake up with just Mija, wake
No.
up.
Mija, no,
Yeah,
Reveille.
yeah, and but it was fun. You know, it was a great way to start my day. It wasn't
No, I
like
wouldn't
I
kiss my
don't.
daughter.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it was
And
just fun.
So how did you think about doing that, to wake up,
It was just like a joke for her, make her feel good, and
That's good.
make myself feel good too.
As well. That's right. Well, that's definitely a military thing, isn't it?
It was fun.
Definitely a military thing. And so, there's probably a lot of stories that you have about your dad. What stories do you have about your children that you might want to share? Algo bonito que se acuerda de ellos cuando estaban creciendo, when they were growing up.
But my daughter, I used to go around in socks, the weekend, and she used to mess around with my big toe.
I would always pull his toes.
Ándale.
Every time she saw me with socks, and I sit down on the floor, and she went down there messing with the toe.
You had a toe little thing
I
going
think
there.
I was foot fetish when I was little. I guess I was like pulling his toes.
That is funny.
So
That's
after I
right.
joke on her,
He played a joke.
I got a little baby carrot and put it
In your
inside
sock.
my sock, and she went down.
It broke
Mija,
off.
You broke my toe. No, Dad, no, Dad.
God, I broke my dad's toe. You put a little carrot in there in the socks.
No, Mija, not really. Hi, Dad, I'm sorry.
That was
So I remove my socks, and I said, look, honey, it's like baby carrot.
a baby carrot. Oh my goodness gracious, that is funny. That is amazing. To be married 60 years, raising 5 boys and a girl, 6 children. That was a big family in those
It's a big
days.
family. It's nice.
And did you work? What was your work, your career,
I
aside from the
sta-
military?
I started working at FARA.
Yes,
FARA. It's a lot of work
yes,
among a lot of ladies and everything.
yes.
But I
yes.
was still loyal to my wife. I love my wife.
Ah.
And afterwards, I didn't like, the way he used to pay us little money. And so I went and worked for a Phelps Dutch
Oh yes.
refinery. There's a
yes.
lot of exercise there. Loading copper.
Your dad is in very good shape,
Yes.
for his
His
age,
doctor,
and,
yes.
and we're not going to mention his age unless he doesn't mind. But yes, you're strong. God has
you.
given you a strong constitution, a strong body,
Thank you.
and you're lucky
Thank you.
because if I may mention, how old is your dad?
He's 83.
83. Are you proud of that?
Yes.
83, and look at him. He looks like a Marine.
Yep, he still
could
looks
be
like a Marine.
He still looks like a Marine.
Yes.
Even the haircut's a Marine haircut.
I never like long hair.
Long hair. No. Well, you're so fortunate to have your dad, and we all had special dads and have special dads. And my dad loved gardening.
Oh.
Is there a special hobby that you like? Something that you like doing throughout the years, Raul?
And hobby? Your hobby? Carpentry?
My hobby was, I used to make cabinets.
Cabinets. Wow.
That was
I didn't have a company, just on the side.
On the side.
On the side.
Make cabinets. Well, that's carpentry. And that
he
takes
was
a lot of
really
a good
good.
mind.
He was really good.
And make it. So what memories do you have of Mom, maybe a little bit, now
Of
that
my
we're
mom?
celebrating Mother's and Dad and Father's Day?
My mom was fun too. I mean, of course she would, when she would be making dinner, playing her radio, and when the cumbias came out, and it was, come on, Mom, let's dance. I was little, and I loved to dance since little.
Yes.
Mom, let's dance. No, mija, que estoy cocinando. No, Mom, come on and dance. Yeah, baile in the kitchen, me and her, and then, ay, Leti, que you're gonna make me burn the food. Come on, Mom, let's dance. So, I got a lot of memories of my mama too.
Very good. And so, were you dancers?
Oh, they
you
were
used to
great
dance a lot.
dancers.
Yes. You went to dances all
No,
the
the
time. You're from the
Father-
generation of dancers.
Oh, rock
Fa-
and
yeah,
roll,
the
yes.
Rock and roll, and I'm going to hopefully have a rock and roll memorial of, you
Oh, it
know.
used to be like a top.
You-
Her and my dad, yes, they were
Jitterbug and
really good.
Boogie.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that amazing?
When I was little, I would love to just watch them.
She was spinning around.
Yeah, you would spin. Yeah, you would
She would
spin
spin like
around.
that.
Very good. It's so beautiful to have those memories because we are from a generation of dancers, and that seems to have finished. You know, there's other ways that kids dance. They just jump up and down. I think they don't jitterbug anymore.
Yes,
And
yes.
the music, the rock, the 50s and 60s.
this is
Beautiful.
Beautiful
they
music.
call them the golden years.
Yeah,
The golden years.
very good.
It was
And
nice
so,
music.
you know, I just want to cherish this Father's Day and celebrate it with you, Mr. Raul Orozco, with Leti as your beautiful daughter. And then, of course, with your 5 sons. Are they all doing well? What do they say about
Yes,
Dad?
thank
Did you tell
God.
them you were going to bring Dad to a
Yeah.
TV
Well,
show?
no, I didn't tell them. I haven't told them. Just one of them that lives with him. But
Okay.
I haven't told them that I'm going to interview. I'll tell them. Turn on
When
the
they see it.
television, yes.
Surprise.
Yes,
That's
yes.
wonderful. Is there something you want to share with us that I haven't asked you yet, Mr. Orozco?
Only that I'm glad I'm here, and I'm glad to be in front of my daughter and tell her that I love her. I love her a lot.
Oh, I know.
That's good. Would you like to say that to her now?
Right now, yes, ma'am.
I love you too, Dad.
I love
Thank
my-
you. Oh, Dad, thank you.
She's a wonderful daughter. She cares for all of us.
Yes.
No matter what. She's busy. She is what she's doing to come and help us.
Isn't that amazing? So
And
you're-
she's an amazing daughter.
Yes.
Beautiful daughter. I stand in front of her right now.
That's beautiful.
It's a
You don't know
beautiful
what you
daughter.
do without Leti, huh? Leticia. I
I
understand.
don't know what to do.
With each other, without each other.
And Leti, how do you feel about your dad? Do you want to say something very special to him on these days where we're honoring our mothers and fathers in May and June? Would you like to say something special to him right now?
Yes, Dad. Thank you for being the best dad anyone can have, for the unconditional love, for treating my mother like the best husband, and just the unconditional love. And your great sense of humor keeps us both going with that. We're always joking.
We're both happy going. We
Yeah, we're
we get
always-
together and laugh and joke
Yes.
around.
Oh my God. And the stories we share, you know.
Happy Father's Day, Mr.
Happy Father's
Thank
Raul
you, thank
Orozco.
you. I appreciate it.
And thank
I
you,
appreciate
Leti.
it.
Dad.
And we'll see you all next week. Don't forget that this show airs on YouTube, okay? And so you'll be able to see some of Malena Cano's beautiful musicals, and you'll be able to see this Mature Living show on YouTube as well, and have a wonderful Mother's Day in May and a wonderful Father's Day in June. And we'll see you all in the fall. We'll be back.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.